some of those labor impacts, what are some other examples you guys can think of to make this more specific? Because we're seeing labor impacts right now in certain parts of the creative industries. Things like closed caption writing or descriptive audio writing are already beginning to see the impacts. The Writers Guild strike that's ongoing, a big feature of what they're negotiating for is, for writers to have greater say in how generative AI is applied to what they do. And, there's kind of two directions I'd like to probe in this. One has to do with the product quality itself, because one of the things that, is the easiest thing to joke about AI on the internet is when AI produces very poor quality substitutes for real images. For instance, there's a mayoral candidate as we speak, running for mayor of Toronto, who recently released some ads, and I can kind of see you smiling, Robert. You might have seen this already, where they released the ads, and these are ads that were actually reviewed and approved by multiple campaign staff and the candidate, where it's very clear that AI has produced the images, because in some of these images, there are people with 3 arms, with their arms simultaneously folded, and then they have another hand coming out and sort of holding their hand to the side, but wearing a different shirt, and other strange images like this, and other kinds of things like unnatural and weird seeming dialogue that are written by AI software. And the thing I'd like to probe with some of the folks developing this in the room is, to what degree are these the growing pains of the technology? And to what degree might these be signs that this might not be the best place to apply this right now, or maybe even ever?
I don't think the disruption will come from the automation of blue-collar jobs. I think that's something historically we've seen. We kind of know what happens. I think the disruption comes from lawyers and journalists. And so the kind of most terrible example that I know of is the possibility of a political consultant, an AI political consultant, who targets messaging to individual citizens with the intention of changing their voting behavior, right? Like, so that thing, if it screws up as badly as you just described, it won't, like, the candidate will fail. But if the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party each have their own warring AI bot that directs messages to individual citizens, that technology is going to determine the outcome of the election.